Welcome to Sisters in the Kingdom.
I'm Tori,
And I'm Kristen.
and we're two sisters who love all things Disney. To start us off, let's loop back to our fact or fiction. Last week we shared 15 miles of garland is strung throughout Disney World. Fact or fiction?
That's a lot of garland. Uh, I know they have a lot of garland around. 15 miles, though. But maybe between all of, I don't know if this includes resorts. I'm going to go with fact.
That's correct. I didn't mess with the number here. This is the correct amount.
Oh no, my Wi-Fi is being funky.
Oh
I don't know what you said.
no! All right, let's try this again, everybody. Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, you were just frozen.
Okay, I think I'm back. So 15 is correct. It is a fact. It is a fact. I didn't mess with the number.
Okay, but it's something else.
No, it's a fact. Just
Oh, just the whole
fact.
thing is a fact.
The whole thing is a fact, which is crazy to me that there's that many miles of garland.
Yeah. That's a lot of garland.
Right? I was like, but I think you're right. I think if you think of all the resorts, all the parks, like ticket and transportation center, like all of that, it makes sense.
Yeah, it would add up for sure, I think.
What do you think? Do you think Disney has like multiple warehouses where they keep all of this stuff?
I mean, they would have to have a lot of areas. Like maybe they just have a massive warehouse.
Well, I think that's what I asked you. I said, does Disney have multiple warehouses to keep all of this?
Oh, sorry. You're like still, I can definitely hear you, but you cut and you're not moving for me, so I hope you're moving for everyone else.
Oh no! I don't know what's happening. I mean, you're moving on both mine. I can see both of us.
All right, well that's good. You're like this, and then you go, "Ooh, ah." That's okay though. So multiple warehouses. I mean, they would have to have a lot. Maybe they're in like a lot of states,
I don't think so.
and
I
they
have
drive
to
it in. No.
no, no. I have to imagine it's some big warehouses and everything's labeled. Like I have to say, like this probably says Garland over Casey's Corner, Garland at this specific spot, and they like tag everything.
That would be such a hard job.
And I bet they have spreadsheets, and when they do the transformation over, they like say, okay, your job is this, 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 and this, and go.
What happens if they're missing a box?
I don't think that's an option.
Touche.
So we normally don't record this early. This is early in the week recording for us, but it
Yes.
is almost Christmas, and so we have a lot of things going on, and so we thought we would get an episode recorded so we can make sure everything's good. And we decided to go back to our Discovering Disney series finally.
Woohoo! Okay, I think our hesitation with going back is to really give you the nitty gritty that comes with discovering Disney. We have, I mean, I always make an outline for us, but like a true outline to give these tiny facts. Like, we cannot remember them all. It's not possible. We learn a lot in making these as well. So bear with us. If our eyes are like darting to the side, it's because we're learning at the same time and refreshing our brains. But I'm really excited. We are back in my favorite park,
Of course, of course.
Animal Kingdom.
We are. And we are going to be doing Pandora, the world of Avatar, which honestly, this world, land, whatever you want to call it, is amazing. And this is one of the newest within the Disney parks. So construction began January 10th of 2014, and it opened to the public on May 27th, 2017, which honestly for Disney, not a long time. I feel like some of these things lately have been taking forever. So this feels
Yeah.
like it's not that long of a time.
And man, it is so immersive.
Oh,
Like
it is.
you're going through Most of Animal Kingdom otherwise are countries. So you
Mhm.
have like Africa and Asia, and then suddenly you are in Pandora and you have been transported. The music changes, the scenery changes. And this might be the most expensive land that was built. I actually don't know the total cost of the other lands, but this one
You
is
think you
crazy.
think this one's more expensive than Star Wars was?
Well, once I started saying that, I feel like Star Wars would win. That's why I tried to backtrack.
Started walk it back. But the total
Okay,
cost. Tell them the
yeah.
total cost.
The total cost for this land was $500 million. Like, where did they get
Ooh.
that? I know they upcharge us a lot, but not enough to get to 500 million, surely.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
You
Think
think?
about yes. Yes.
This is why I don't work in finance.
Oh my goodness. So think about a 1 day ticket is $170
Okay.
average, right?
Yep,
Okay. So I don't have my phone on me,
I
but
do. Keep going.
170 average. And let's say, what is the average? Let's look. What's the average attendance at Magic Kingdom Park? Let's look. So, average attendance. You might get to it before me.
Let's see here. Did you get it?
40, so about 48,500. So times that.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna add up quickly.
And I would say times that by two, because let's say the other parks, I know there's three more parks, but let's say they
Let's
all,
do like 2.5.
okay.
All right.
That's
They
per
definitely
day.
they
Per
definitely
day.
make enough money. Granted, I mean the
So where
money
are you
needs to
at?
get
Where are you
distributed
at?
all over, but right now we are at 20,612,500 a day
Okay, so
minimum.
times that by 365.
And this is without resorts
Yep.
or okay, I haven't worked with exponents in a while. Like, it's like it's 7.52356 2 E9. It's a lot.
It's a lot. So I need to say that because you're worried about.
Oh boy.
Are you feeling better? Do you feel like Disney's upcharging us enough for their
Yeah, I
land?
think so.
Okay, all right. Anyways, sorry for the tangent, everyone. But
It was worth it.
let's start with just the view. You kind of talked about it, but it's all the Valley of Moara. So if
Uh-huh.
you have seen Pandora, any of them, which I think both of us can say not our favorite, but
No, it's just long. I think that's the problem. I'm a sleepy person and I fall asleep.
it's long, but it's beautiful.
Yes.
It is beautiful. Um, and it's just fun. This whole land world you're in is so incredibly immersive. Like there's floating islands and they
Yes.
genuinely look like they are floating.
Uh-huh.
There are waterfalls.
Yep.
There's like illuminating lights throughout. So like if you come in at night that are lit up
The
in
whole
blue.
place
Yeah.
glows.
Yeah. The
It's
food
like
is
they broke
immersive.
glow sticks and put it in
Yeah.
in the land.
Yeah. The food is immersive. Everything is just incredible. It's beautiful. It's
It's a
beautiful.
great place to get photos in front of the floating mountains. You can see from the parking lot the floating mountains. That was the big thing. Whenever it was being built, all you could see was like the structure going up, and
Right.
we all wanted to know, like, what's behind the wall?
Yeah. It's so cool. So let's talk about the rides. You want to talk about the rides?
Yep.
So there's
Okay.
two.
Yep.
I think first let's talk about mom's favorite ride.
Okay. Our mom's favorite ride is Flight of Passage. Man, oh man, is this ride amazing. And I have only done it twice because it makes me super motion sick, but I wish it didn't because it is incredible.
It's so incredible. Okay. So I think we've talked about this before, but it is the
Mhm.
same ride system as Soarin'. So it's the
Yeah.
exact same ride system as Soarin'. So essentially it's like a hang glider situation, but if you've seen Pandora, um, sorry, if you've seen Avatar,
There you
but
go.
there's these things called banshees
Hmm.
that you can ride, and that's what this ride is. You become an avatar, so you
Yeah.
like go through this whole process in their pre-show where they link you to an avatar. So like you see yourself, and they like show your face and like can like do all of
Get
this stuff.
scanned.
Yeah, and then you come into a room and you essentially get on a banshee, but it's like getting on a motorcycle kind of.
Yes, you sit like you're on a motorcycle if you're were on your knees on a motorcycle.
Yeah, kind of. But they kind of strap you in. You have these glasses and
Uh-huh.
you have a screen in front of you. And then you take off and you are like flying with this banshee and you can feel it breathing. I'm putting
Breathe.
quotes, breathing. Like, so on your thighs, you can feel it kind of breathing in and out. Like, there's
Hmm.
different scenes where you actually kind of get splashed with some water. They filter scents in there. Like, it is the most immersive
Immersive.
experience.
It really truly is. As far as requirements, you have to be 44 inches or taller to ride this. Otherwise, you're not gonna fit in the ride.
Right.
Um, and then we already talked about the banshees and the 3D effect. I think that's part of what gets me as well. Things where I need 3D glasses, I don't do as well. I feel like it makes me more motion sick.
Which is interesting because normally that's the same for me, and I don't get it at all in this ride. And normally for our mom too.
Yeah.
But neither of us get it on this ride. So could be specific to certain people, but I definitely don't experience it. It's my daughter's favorite ride and my husband's favorite ride too.
It's definitely up there. So this is we have some fun facts that we have gathered about the ride. The first one being that a single ride at a time can hold 192 riders, which
Which
is wild because the wait times are insane. Is
that's what
that
I
what
was
you're
gonna
gonna
say. So it feels like it can hold a lot, but in reality, like it moves so slowly because it has a long load and unload process. So
say?
even though it can
Hmm.
get that many people on the pre-show, like what the process is, it takes a while to do that. This is also one of those rides that your lightning lane is not your lightning lane multi-pass is not good for this ride. You have to buy the single pass for an upcharge to be able to do this. Most people, this is what they're going to rope drop, and if
Yep.
you don't rope drop, the best strategy is probably to come to the very end of the day where you can then try to get on like right before park closes.
Yes, I agree with that. So it holds 192. They have four total theaters for this ride, 6 rows in each theater, and 8 riders per row. Like there are so, I think this is also what made me a little motion sick is I just then got intrigued by the ride and I was like, I took some of
Oh
it away
no.
and then I was like, wow, we're all hanging in here.
No, no, no. And I feel like
Don't
that's
do
when you
that.
lose the immersive spot. The only time I have ever looked to the side is with my when my daughter was riding because the first time she rode was like barely 44, and I was looking to the side because I don't know about any of you if you have kids, but it's just sometimes fun to watch their faces. And so like her face the whole time was like super excited and like you could just tell like super into it. So I was watching her, but that didn't make me motion sick.
Um, let's see. The next thing. So Tori kind of talked about how it feels like the banshees are breathing. They actually use airbags in the cushions to push on your thighs and your back.
Interesting.
I would have
That's
never
really
guessed. I
interesting.
didn't know how that mechanic system worked.
So another thing, the longest wait time for this ride has been 6 hours. And I will tell you, this is an incredible ride. Do not wait 6 hours. Do not spend 6 hours of your park time waiting for this ride. Yes, it's incredible, but it is not it's not
What's
worth
the
that.
longest you would wait though? I'm not saying 6 hours. I
I'm
feel
going to
like
be
that had to
honest
be an
with
opening.
everybody. I have never waited for this ride. I
Ever?
have no, I have always had a multi-lane like pass for it or a genie, so I have never waited for this ride.
Oh, well, I have. Who's shocked? Raise your hands.
Not me.
I have waited with my friend before, and we waited for a solid chunk of time. We decided that Animal Kingdom was not a park where we wanted to spend our money to do
Mm.
the rides faster. And I want to say we waited upwards of an hour for the ride, but I feel like this is
That's not.
one that I would easily wait an hour for.
Yeah, I don't feel like an hour is terrible. I so I think the only time I have been here has been with my kids, and trying to get them to wait in that long of a line isn't it? And we're just at the point in our lives that, like, if we want to do something, most of the time we're able to support that. So that's kind of where we're at. But I will say the one thing I'm sad about, so you can talk about, is the queue, because I have heard the queue is incredible and I've never experienced it. So,
It is. So there are all of these things that you can see. Like you're basically in the floating rocks that we were talking about, and you can take a ton of cool pictures. There's little waterfalls, there's like interactive drums you can play while you're waiting. The time seems to pass relatively quickly.
hmm. So there's that. Um, I was like, I've just never done it. So a little bit more about the ride, just so you know, but essentially you pass through 7 miles of the Valley of Morara, and it's a 5 minute ride. So it is a longer ride, which I feel like for Disney, this is a significant amount of time. And you see over 1,400 different Pandora characters. So
Keep your eyes peeled.
yes. And I just, there's a lot of really fun Easter eggs in here. There's a lot of just amazing effects that are really, really cool.
Tori also talked about how you get your own avatar that rides the Banshee. So your avatar is mostly based on your cosmetic features. That's how they try to do it. But fun fact, every time you ride, you will have a different avatar.
Interesting.
I've only been on it twice, so I don't think I paid close enough
I
attention.
haven't
But if you're
either.
one that could do it more frequently, how fun would it be to see what your different avatars are?
Yes, that is really cool. I've never seen it.
Now you gotta keep your eyes
I
open.
do. All right, you have to explain the next because I don't understand.
Okay, so there are a lot of ways, or a few ways to exit the ride. From my memory, like they kind of filter you out a certain door, but like I said, there were four different areas for the ride. So
Right.
one of the exits has special handprints on the wall, and so it has three red handprints. I don't know exactly what exit, but keep your eyes open for an exit with three red handprints, and underneath each one you will see initials. So you're going to see JC, JR, and JL.
I know
And
who some of those are.
they belong to the Avatar director James Cameron, Disney's Imagineer Joe Rohde, and Avatar producer John Landau. Don't know how
Landau.
to say his last name.
Landau, I believe. That's really fun. Yeah, there's another place, and I don't know if you're going to talk about this, but at one of the food stands, so they
Uh-huh.
also have a whole bunch of dog tags hanging.
Oh, I
And
don't have that anywhere.
so Joe Rohde has another one. So Joe Rohde is the Imagineer for essentially all of Animal Kingdom Park, but he has dog tags that are hanging as well.
Oh,
Also in
cool.
Santuli Canteen, there's also other landmarks to Joe Rohde as well.
Wow, Joe Rohde's very popular.
Well, you know, the man himself. Okay, so the other ride is one I could care less to do. Kay enjoys it.
I love this ride. It might be one of my favorite Animal Kingdom rides, and I wish
What?
it was longer.
What?
I'm
Oh,
not kidding. I
all
am
right.
so serious.
Okay, so this is called the Navi River Journey. You can be any height to ride this, and essentially, it's a Disney dark ride.
Yes.
It's through the jungles of Pandora, essentially. So that way you can come kind of closer to the wildlife that would be in Pandora.
Hmm.
It is. Go ahead. You can talk about why you love it.
Oh, okay, so you sit in this boat and you are going through the bioluminescent rainforest. The colors just look like a glow party. The animals, there are like leaves above your head, and then you see the shadows of the animals that are jumping around, and the music. I just feel like it's so immersive. And there is this fantastic, and we're going to get to it, but there is a fantastic animatronic.
Okay. I will give you that the Shaman of Song is the best animatronic that I have ever seen. I will agree to that. It's not worth the wait. This wait time can get up to like an hour and a half, 2 hours for like a 2 minute boat
It's
ride.
so short, but I have waited over an hour for this ride. Yeah.
Never, never would you catch me doing that. This would be 30 minutes tops for me.
But it's so okay. So let's just get into some fun facts because we're not going to agree on this
No.
ever. So we're just going to move along.
Okay.
So the first fun fact is that the ride uses semi-transparent video screens and video projections to make the environment seem even bigger than it actually is. And one of the screens inside the ride is 100 feet tall and 70 feet wide.
That is impressive. I'll give you that. I'll
That's
give you that.
massive. Okay, do you want to talk about the animatronic?
I will. I'll talk about the Shaman of Song. So when it debuted, it was the most advanced auto animatronic the company has ever created. It sings and performs roughly 16 hours a day, 365 days a year. And I think that's false because I've seen a lot of things lately where the shaman has been missing or has been down. So I think
I
it
have
needing
heard that.
some refurb.
Yes, I think if it's down, it is replaced with a projection screen, is
Yeah.
my understanding. But it's not the same vibes.
No.
Maybe the shaman's getting tired of singing 16 hours a day.
I would too. I think I could never do that, but if I had to do it for as long as they've been doing it, it costs $23 million to make. Most expensive animatronic at Disney World.
See, that's where I was thinking earlier.
They stand 10 feet tall, and I don't know how to pronounce this.
I don't know how you pronounce what it sings, but it's a way Taratua. But guys, I got like a little snippet. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let me turn it all the way up.
This is its arms.
That's the vibe.
That is the
I
vibe.
tell you, it's it is so like I love it. That with the drink we're gonna talk about, and then some popcorn in hand, full relaxation.
What, you're on the boat with a drink and your popcorn?
No, but
Oh.
they're all in this land, and I do bring my popcorn with me, but you can't eat it on the ride. But that to me is like Disney relaxation. I love that song. I love the animatronic.
Seriously, it's arms.
Yeah, for those of you that are just listening, we are waving our arms around because it mostly sits. It doesn't stand up. So
Well,
it's just
I think it kind of is there drums?
oh yeah, it's like slowly playing the drum.
Drums or flailing its arms.
So you should
Alright.
check it out.
This one is so if you do get the multi lightning lane pass, this is included in that. So and I will say this one sells out. So if you're gonna use it on this
You know
one.
why? Because it's popular. Or because there aren't that many rides at Animal Kingdom. Take it as you will. I'm gonna go with it's popular.
Sure, you go that way. I'll go my way. Let's talk about food because we do enjoy the food here. So let's talk
Love it.
about Santulli Canteen first.
Okay, so this is one of my favorite places to eat in Animal Kingdom. I think the food is so good. You can sit outside at tables in like a covered patio, so you are going to have shade and they have fans, or you can go inside and there are booths and tables. And there have been multiple times where I have ditched my family and gone to eat here by myself. I like it that much.
Yeah.
So they serve breakfast and lunch and dinner. Their breakfast options are a little bit smaller. So breakfast entrees, you're looking at $12 to $14. They have slow roasted pork shoulder potato hash, cinnamon French toast with blueberry cream cheese, passion fruit anglaise, I bet it's anglaise, and sausage. And then they have a frittata and beef or a tropical Pandora forest fruits.
Nice. Their kids' meals for breakfast are between $5.50 and $8, which is actually really cheap. You've got cinnamon French toast or cereal and milk, so not very much going on there. Drinks, you can get water, your Pandoran Sunrise, so that's pineapple juice with lime, sorry, and limeade with Powerade melon, and you can also have coffee, hot cocoa, tea, or milk.
Yeah. And then alcoholic drink, they have Elu Splash Margarita, a Banshee Chardonnay, a Banshee Pinot Noir. I
She's
don't
not a wine drinker, folks.
know. Three Daughters Beach Blonde Ale, Ellison Space Dust IPA, Hawks Grog Ale, or Moara High Country Ale.
Yeah. Okay, so lunch and dinner. This is we'll kind of tag team this, but
This is where it's at.
Kay will cross the park to eat here. Like even if we're on the other side and she has a choice, she's gonna cross the park to go get the food that she wants. Um, so
It's
a lot of
healthy.
people come here for the bowls. So
Yeah.
they've got combination bowls. So this is normally you can do like a smoked chimichurri based beef or a wood grilled chicken. So that's one of the combination bowls you can get, and that's topped with crunchy veggie slaw, boba balls, and served with your choice of base and a sauce, depending on what you want.
Mhm. And your base is usually like a potato or rice.
Yeah.
Those seem to be the two, and then it's a different two different types of sauces. But they're both delicious.
Yes. You can also do an ocean moon bowl. So
Mhm.
this is blue noodles, tuna, watermelon radish, pickled daikon, rainbow carrots, avocado, cucumbers, red cabbage with miso, and sweet soy drizzle topped with micro cilantro.
All right. Or they have a chili garlic shrimp bowl, which is shrimp tossed in chili garlic sauce, and it's also topped with crunchy veggie slaw, boba balls, or served with your choice of base inside.
Yes. They also have a smoked chimichurri based braised beef, a chopped wood grilled chicken bowl, and then this is what I love. Do you
No,
like
I get the I get the chopped wood grilled chicken
Oh, I
bowl.
was talking about the next thing.
I
That's what you
know.
get. I get the next thing, which is the cheeseburger steamed pods, and they're in
Yeah.
bao buns. And so
Hmm.
this is a steamed cheeseburger pod stuffed with ground beef, ketchup, mustard, pickle, cheddar cheese, served with crunchy veggie slaw and vegetable chips. So essentially, it's like eating, and I know people don't necessarily love McDonald's, but it's like eating a McDonald's cheeseburger in a bao bun, and it's delicious. And you can also get like they have like a garlic sauce you can dip into, and they're fantastic.
But I recommend the bowls. But I had she says such great things. I have not been able to try one of the cheeseburger steam pods. But I my favorite thing about the other bowls is I feel like it's a nice lighter. I mean, it is kind of heavy with like whatever meat you choose, but a lighter, healthy park option when you're eating popcorn here and pretzel there and this snack there, like just to get something that's like a little more normal in your
Right.
system.
True, true. I will say with the cheeseburger pods, this is what's great is you can actually get a kids meal, and we talk about this all the time. A lot of these you can get in kids meal form. It's less expensive and it's not as heavy. So you can get the cheeseburger steam pod. You get one and a cutie and a drink for $8 versus getting the adult meal. And other things you can get on the kids meal. So you can get the chopped wood grilled chicken bowl, the chili spice crispy fried tofu bowl. You can get the cheeseburger pod. You can get the telu, which is an all beef hot dog wrapped in dough, or a cheese quesadilla. And I didn't skip, but I was talking about kid stuff. But there's also a plant based adult version of that chili spice crispy fried tofu bowl. So if you do need a plant based option.
Yeah, they have that as well. And then they have desserts. Their desserts are $6 and they have, guys, these names, I just should have watched the movie or something. They have Metkaina, sure, mousse. They have a mousse and the first name starts with an M and an M mousse. It's a flourless chocolate cake, chocolate mousse, raspberry gelée, mango coulis, boba pearls, and a milk with white chocolate garnish.
Ooh. They also have a blueberry cream cheese mousse with a passion fruit curd. And I just saw a picture of this, and this looks like something you'd find at a very high fancy restaurant. And it's like got
Ooh.
blue and it's got some like bright yellow. And when you
Oh,
cut it open, it's blue on the inside as well.
Yes, I have seen that. But it's a great place to go. It's a great place to just get out of the heat for a
Yeah.
hot minute.
There's also a really good bathroom right by it, so
Mhm.
lots of perks.
Okay, the next is the snack stand. It's called Pongu Pongu, and it is my favorite place. Okay, all of this is my favorite, but this, I can't skip it. I go every time I'm in Animal Kingdom.
But you never get what they're known for. Well, one thing you do, the other thing you don't.
Yes, yes, and no. So why don't you tell them what the things are?
Okay. So they have two snacks. So one is the Navi sized pretzel with beer cheese sauce. So it's huge and it's 11.50. But the thing that they're known for is called a Pangu Lupia, and it's a pineapple cream cheese spring roll for $4.
Okay,
Now,
but you haven't had it either.
no, I don't like cream cheese. This is apparently is very divisive because it's warm. So it's warm pineapple and
Um,
cream cheese.
oh,
So some
I
people love
love
it.
pineapple and cream cheese, but I would need it out of the spring roll.
Just open up the spring roll and
You
scoop
just
it
put
out.
it in a bowl.
You just scoop the middle. Just drop the middle here. So it's really known for that pongo lupia, but they're also known for this thing.
For their drinks. And my favorite is the Night Blossom. So this drink is only just under $7. Not bad at all. It has layers of apple and desert pear limeade topped with boba balls. And it's like a slush type material. So it's that frozen drink on a hot day. Boba does have gluten, so I take those off. It used to be a lot prettier. But it's like purple and like a purpley color and then green and purple and green makes for a fantastic
And the
photo.
boba is like an orangey color, but
Yes.
she can't have that.
It's so good. It is chocked full of sugar. If you don't
They
like a really sweet drink, you
You won't
won't
love
love
it. They
it.
also do this in what's called a rum blossom for 15.50. So essentially, it's that same drink, but it's got rum, Bacardi Superior rum in it as well.
And it sells like this.
They also have other alcoholic drinks. So they have a Moara High Country Ale, a Hawks Grog Ale, and then they've got a Moara Margarita.
Mhm.
And that's a whole bunch of fancy words for tequila that I'm not going to try to pronounce
Yeah.
because
Mhm, mhm.
I will butcher all of them, and just know it's a margarita that you can get here.
Yes, the line does get a little bit long for a snack stand, but it does move quickly because they only sell like five things. So they're just cranking out those same five things on repeat.
Yes. The other thing that people love to do in this land, and there is a really good, well, there's two, but one really good one, I would say, shopping.
Yeah.
So the big shopping place in here is Wind Traders. I will talk about one thing.
Okay.
Well, it's a big thing. So I'll kind of talk about it, but you have facts. So I'll let you kind of talk about the
Oh,
facts.
sure. You can go there.
But one of the things people really go in here for, well, there's two, I guess. I'm going to talk about the avatar. So
Okay.
you can customize an avatar here. Um, I will say I have seen some people's, and it's pretty expensive. I don't know if you have the price in here,
No,
but
it didn't tell me. We'll
it's
look it up.
pretty expensive, and I have not seen a huge likeness to them when they are created. So I think it's a great novelty idea, but I probably would not spend your money. But they do. You can customize kind of your body type in here. You can pick eye color, facial shaping patterns, hairstyles. You don't need a reservation. They do like a scan of your face to try to make it as lifelike as possible, but it's not super lifelike. It is about the same size as a Barbie, and you can purchase clothes and do different things. But did you
Mhm.
find a price?
Yeah, it's $80
Yeah.
for something the size of a Barbie.
Yeah. So you would have to really be into it. But the other thing that's in here, which you don't have, I don't think you have it in here.
Oh,
You can
well.
adopt. You can adopt a banshee
Oh.
here.
Well, I didn't know that.
Oh, So you can adopt a banshee. They have tons of banshees, all different colors, sizes. They can kind of sit on your shoulder. They move.
Oh, well, I
Um,
put interactive shoulder banshees.
okay, well there you go.
I just didn't know you were adopting them. I just thought you were buying.
Yeah. No, you actually go over and it's like this whole thing to be able to adopt them. So
Oh,
there's some
they're
really
really cool.
there's some really fun, unique experiences here. Um, and they have a lot of your other traditional like Disney garb, right? Like for a specific world, you're going to find a ton of Avatar stuff.
They
Um,
have fun ears as well. So instead
mm,
of being like Mickey shaped ears like the ones I have on, they are like the Avatar pointy ears.
mhm.
They have blue ones of those, and then they have another pair of ears that lights up, like flower ones that light up like the bioluminescent flowers you see while you're walking around.
Yeah.
And that's the one of the only places you can get those.
Yeah. They
And the
also have a ton more of like think of like sciencey stuff
Mhm.
because it's you're in a research essentially like area, so you can go in and kind of buy some stuff that's kind of more related to that.
Yeah, it's a fun gift shop, and it's actually right outside a Flight of Passage. So you
Yep.
get off the ride and you get shuttled through there, more or less.
Yep.
But if you don't want to ride the ride, you're just going to walk past the floating like rocks and then go to Pongu Pongu, past the Tuli Canteen, and boom, there you are. It's in the
There you go.
back corner.
You're ready to go. They also have another one. They have another gift shop, and this is
Yeah.
Colors of Mawara.
So this has like your typical souvenirs right now. What was really cool about it that they have taken away, but I was looking into it, they used to do face painting here and it
They
closed.
were cool face paints, and you
Yes, it
could look like an avatar.
completely. You could choose if you wanted a male appearance, a female appearance, flowers, if you wanted just your eyes, if you wanted one half of your face, the whole face, your
Yeah,
face
it
down
was
to
really
your
cool.
nose. They looked incredible. Since it closed in 2020, I didn't see a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching videos of people who got their faces painted, and they should bring this back because I think I would do it.
You would, and you would walk around all day at Animal Kingdom with your face painted, and you
A
would be all
hundred
in.
percent. And I always find my favorite popcorn buckets in Animal Kingdom. So I would have my face painted, my popcorn bucket, probably some churros.
Your night blossom,
Yeah, like ready to go.
living her best life. So that's it. And when I say that's it, there's tons to do there. They've got photo ops, they've got different
So
interactive
many.
elements. I would say if you can get there at sundown, like dusk, that is the best time. It is amazing to be there during that time. So
Yeah,
that's what I would aim for.
I agree.
All right. Anything else you want to share?
No, that's all I had.
All right. So before we go, I'm going to end with a little fact or fiction. And this one isn't super in depth, but this is going to come out right before New Year's. So I thought I would share this. So Magic Kingdom does 2 fireworks shows on New Year's Eve and New Year's Eve to celebrate the new year. Join us next time for the answer.
You've been listening to Sisters in the Kingdom. If you like this episode, please drop us a rating or review below. We hope you've enjoyed this little piece of Disney in your day. And remember, you are the magic.